I'm Christine.
And I'm Christina. In 2024, I moved to Texas from LA. And to keep in touch, Christine and I started a weekly game where we each pick a song that fits a chosen theme.
This game deepened our understanding of each other and the songs that shape us, inspiring the podcast you're listening to now.
Each week we share our picks, swap stories, and dig into tracks you might love.
And a lot of the time, have never heard of. Welcome to Stereo Thematica,
your favorite atypical music podcast. Hola, Christine.
Hola, ¿qué tal?
Es la Copa Mundial! It's the World Cup. Thoughts?
I mean, it's weird. I have mixed emotions.
Because you're Spanish?
Because I'm Spanish. But like so far I've been watching, I've been happy, of course, that Spain's been doing so well. But at the same time, I just kind of enjoy, like, whenever someone scores, it makes me happy. We went to Europe back in 2018. The World Cup was playing then. And
Where?
actually, I think that was in Russia at the time.
Oh, wow.
But because we were in Europe, we were going to the different places and they were having the matches on TV.
Fun.
And it was the first time, like, I really got a sense of, like, that spirit.
Yeah.
But it was like my dad was watching soccer, football my entire life on TV, but, like, he was even a referee.
Dang.
But just never, like, you know, not a sports person.
This feels like a crazy question, but you never played soccer, did you?
I did.
For how long?
AYSO for maybe half a season because I just couldn't do it. I, like, kissed the goalie. I was bored.
You kissed the goalie?
I kissed the goalie.
You're just trying to brush that one under the rug.
Cute little guy named Brett.
That's funny.
There might be a picture of us.
I really love that.
But yeah, not sport. I never. That was the last time I ever played a sport. What about you?
I played soccer as a child.
Yeah.
I was doing a lot of sports as a child, like swim team and softball.
Wow.
I never played volleyball, even though you might have thought because I'm tall, but
basketball?
No. Or basketball.
Yeah.
No. Soccer was the one thing that I really liked. And then I never made the soccer team in high school. And that really broke my heart. But I was like, F this.
Huh. And so does it pain you to watch the World Cup? Or
Absolutely not.
Have you been and watching anything?
No, I really haven't been. I think I watched I went on my big road trip and then the crazy thing is obviously, the World Cup is happening in your town / city.
Yeah.
LA. It's happening in Houston.
Yeah.
I went to Kansas City just on my road trip. It was happening there. Went to Philadelphia.
Oh.
Also happening there. I actually did get to go to the fan zone in Philly, and that was really fun.
Huh.
I will admit. I have been a little bit of a, sour sport this year because I haven't been feeling patriotic or good about the World Cup being in the U.S.
Yeah.
But going to the fan zone thing was fun. I was like, my people.
Yeah,
the world.
Really?
Yeah.
So who was playing?
I think Norway was playing. You know I love that big Norwegian guy.
Everyone loves that guy.
He's a big old freak, and I like that.
I was just talking about that last night with a friend.
Really?
At dinner, yes.
His face is not what I would say is, like, what I would be going for, but I love his spirit. I love his personality.
Okay.
He brought home a taxidermied raccoon from the U.S. as a souvenir.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
To me.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, I don't know. What about you? You been watching?
So no, just like I'll catch the tail end of these things. And again, like maybe when it comes to the end, I'm like sort of paying attention. And again, happy whoever scores. I'm just like, yay.
Oh,
I do get riled up.
Yeah.
Like when especially when they kick somebody or they fall down and then they like play it up. Lots of melodrama there. Yeah.
It's ridiculous. And I do want to say, even though I'm unpatriotic, when they're like, the U.S. men's team, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, don't forget about the U.S. women's team, who has been winning like crazy for a long time.
Yep.
Anyway, I think this might be a good time to segue into our theme.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
Sports.
Go figure.
Yeah, right? Well, obviously, I wanted to talk about sports-themed music
Mm-hmm.
because of the World Cup. It only happens every 4 years. It feels momentous. This is a good opportunity for us to see where the crossover is between sports and music, but they go hand in hand, don't they?
I guess.
The answer is yes.
Yes.
And I know that you're not one for sporting events, Christine.
No.
But there are a few things that I think of when I'm thinking of sports and music as a, a little duo.
Tell me.
Baseball walk-up songs. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I'm trying to think. I haven't been to a baseball game since like I was a kid at Angel Stadium. I don't remember if they had it then.
Well, I went to a baseball game recently and I got wildly drunk, which was fun.
Oh, yeah.
No more about that.
Yes.
But like when the players get to choose what song that they're walking up to the bat for.
Okay.
That's so fun because, I mean, at least where I live and probably where you live too, the baseball teams are very diverse. So, well, they pick a lot of reggaeton, which I like.
Yeah.
But it's a fun one. I feel like that could be its own episode, but maybe not with you. I think you might struggle.
I would enjoy going down the rabbit hole, like learning about it. But yeah, I had no idea this was a thing.
You would just immediately go to Fogerty. I just know it.
Yep.
Okay, how about those like horrible NBA hype songs that they play during the game? Like the same ones they've been playing since like
what? I don't know.
You know this one. Y'all ready for this? You know what I'm talking about?
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Wow. We live in such crazy different worlds.
I know. I'm in a bubble.
How about like, okay, maybe not at the NBA, but back to baseball when they play the organ.
Yes.
That's kind of fun.
Charge. Yeah.
And then in Texas, we play The Stars at Night are big, and everybody sings, and it's pretty fun. How about the Super Bowl halftime show? That's a pretty big music sports crossover.
Yeah, and that's another one where I'm like, I'm going to sound like an ass. It's generally not the type of music I like.
Well, no, of course. They're not going to pick like freaking some Korean band to play at the Super Bowl halftime show, Christine.
Linalchi. I finally got my record, by the way, from Luaka Bop.
Wow. Luaka Bop. Congratulations. Hire an intern. It could be one of us.
Seriously.
Well, I don't watch the Super Bowl out of protest, but the next day I do, depending on the artist, I like to watch the performer.
Yep.
In these past couple of years, we've had some pretty good and controversial ones.
Yeah.
Controversial if you're like a white nationalist or something. But like, Bad Bunny, Kendrick Lamar.
Yep.
It's theater.
No, it is. And I'll check out clips, but I'm not sitting around waiting for halftime.
Yeah. Good. I know some people really are, though.
Yeah. No, most people are.
Yeah, I would say in the USA, it's the biggest sporting event of the year. So, of course, they're going to get a big performer.
Oh, yeah.
But there's one other thing that's happening right now, sports-wise. Did you notice the Tour de France right now?
Vaguely, yes. Someone mentioned it the other day. Yeah.
Was it me?
No, well, you've mentioned it a few times. Aw.
Wait, let me...
Visual gag.
As someone with a sound-only podcast, I love a visual gag.
It's a very cute Tour de France polka-dotted... What would you call it? A bucket hat?
It's a bucket hat.
It's very cute, but you've kind of like...
to flip it up.
Oh, I love it.
Thank you. Yeah. Well, do you understand the significance of the polka dots?
No, tell me.
Probably not. During the Tour de France, every day there are winners of certain categories. So the polka dots is for the King of the Mountains. And my sister was just in Barcelona during the start of the Tour de France. And I knew that she was like, oh, I'm near the merch booth. And I was like, get me a polka dot hat.
Yeah. Oh, cool.
Because of the King of the Mountains, so I was pretty amped. When they came in the mail yesterday, so I've been wearing it around crazy.
Perfect timing.
But I'm a big fan of the tour. Go Tade, that's my guy. But you must know Kraftwerk's epic
I do
Tour de
know
France song.
Kraftwerk's epic, yes.
It's so good.
Yeah.
That song came out in 1983. They re-released it in 2003 on their Tour de France Soundtracks album, which was their first album of new music in a really long time. I don't want to get too into detail, of course, but it was kind of an unofficial Tour de France anthem. And I found out that the Kraftwerk dudes are like super avid cyclists.
Oh, wow.
Which is kind of cute.
It does. It makes sense.
You think because they're German?
Yeah, I think
I guess
so.
that does make sense. Yeah, I have my U.S. American brain. But they would cycle like 200 kilometers a day, which is a lot.
Yeah.
And they would ride their bikes sometimes to the venues where they would perform.
That's very cool.
Which is very
What about
cool.
the instrument? I guess they would be all set up.
Someone else is going to do that for them. Come on, they got roadies.
Yeah.
But I am going to link to an article from Electronic Sound that talks about Kraftwerk performing the song Tour de France at the Tour de France for the first time in 2015 at the Grand Depart, in case there's any other cycling and electronic music nerds out there.
Very cool.
Yeah, I thought so. But what I really want to talk about today, of course, is the music of the World Cup, because it's quite a thing, you know?
Yeah.
Specifically, I want to talk about one element of this, but have you, like, in your time this year watching the World Cup, have you, like, caught any World Cup music?
Oh, God. I'm afraid to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to give it any time.
Oh, no.
But I've seen a couple of songs, AI creations, parodies. Thomas would call them sloppies.
Yeah.
It's horrible. It's, without giving too much time to this, one of them is the Spanish, it's all about the Spanish player Cucurella, and it's kind of like a Rosalia sound to it, singing voice, and they're rhyming his name with paella and Nutella, and it's just so bad. Yikes. And you know it's like AI. And then they have another one for France, the Mbappe.
Yeah.
Mbappe. There's a video where he's like this king-like figure, and it's all AI.
Ugh. Sick.
Yeah, it's really bad. But no, I mean, traditionally not listening to a lot of World Cup music.
Did you know New Order a long time ago? I don't know what year it was, but they made a World Cup song specifically for England. And they had one of their English players like freestyle rap on the track. I'll find it and link to it, but it was a gem.
That sounds like it would be good. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's New Order. It's gotta be good.
Yeah.
I also will say, speaking of AI slop, I saw a funny meme that, you know how sometimes, I don't know if this happens to you, but unfortunately, I almost thought it was real. It was when England was playing, I think it was when England was playing Argentina, and it was like a sea of Argentine fans, and then two men dressed in black, like sitting in the front row, and it was supposed to be like Depeche Mode watching the Argentina-England game, and they were like, oh, more like depressed mode. And I'm like, okay, that's funny. But it was AI. So
no, I know you can't laugh.
You can't laugh. You're not allowed.
Sorry, no.
Okay, back to my pick. So I'm setting the scene. World Cup 2010, which was held in South Africa. Do you remember back then?
A little bit.
It's a long time ago.
Yeah.
I do remember. That's the year I graduated from college.
Important year.
Yeah, living footloose and fancy free, riding my bike around Austin or cruising in my El Camino, going to the Crown and Anchor pub to watch the World Cup games, living in community with my fellow sports fans, and listening to the god-awful sounds of the vuvuzela, both on the TV and in the bars. Remember?
Oh, yeah, horrible.
That was a crazy phenomenon, the vuvuzela. Like, I'm sure it had been existing for a long time, but that was like the year we all found out about it.
Yeah.
But I was also blasting the official song of World Cup 2010, Waka Waka, This Time for Africa by Shakira, featuring Freshly Ground.
When you fall, get up, and if you fall, get up, Tamina, mina, sangalewa, 'cause this is Africa. Tamina, mina, waka, waka, Tamina, mina, sangalewa, this time for Africa.
Christine, I know you think I'm insane about 70% of the time. What did you think about my selection for this theme?
It made sense. I mean, it's not my favorite, but I think for you, and considering the other songs, although Amadou and Miriam have done a song, they did a collab in 2006 for the Germany when the World Cup was in Germany.
Nice.
Yeah, and that was kind of cool, at least when they're singing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I mean, it makes sense. Like, I wasn't surprised.
Okay.
Are you insane otherwise? Yes, but not with regard to this pick.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
I like to hear that.
Yeah.
And like, I know a lot of people have strong opinions about Shakira. I do think she's very talented. And I do think this song in particular slaps.
Yeah.
But while Shakira co-wrote the song with music producer John Hill, the reason why it's so good is because it samples and heavily uses the 1986 song Zamina Mina Zangalewa by Cameroonian Makossa group Golden Sounds. Have you heard that song?
I have not heard the song, but I could imagine it based on the Shakira.
Right. I, of course, am going to link to it, and I will link to the video because it's worth a watch. It's very... Okay, it's interesting because the video it's like a political commentary about war, and it's from people in Cameroon, so, you know, you have to anticipate that it's going to be a little bit critical, but like it was so popular, this song, like it swept Africa so much so that the band ended up changing their name to Zangalewa because of the success and recognition of the hit. So how then did Shakira end up essentially remaking the song for the World Cup?
Tell me.
Good, I will.
I have no idea.
So since 1990, from what I could find, every World Cup has had an official song that's usually sung in English, and it's meant to appeal globally. So, for example, when the World Cup was held in the U.S. in 1994, the official song was by Daryl Hall and Sounds of Blackness called Gloryland, which it was really slow and like kind of syrupy and like not a pump-up song.
Okay, that's weird.
Highly recommend watching the music video, though, because it is so perfectly 94. Not that I can remember like a ton from 94, but like all the flyover shots, really grainy B-roll, like insane. So then in 2002, when the World Cup was hosted in South Korea, we got a song called Boom by Anastasia, who I guess was like probably top of the charts that year. I don't know.
Yeah,
but
what was going on? I think she had that song.
Oh, what was it?
Oh.
Let's look. Not That Kind.
Yes, Not That Kind. Okay. That was like a big song at around that time, I think, at first.
Even though the song Boom, the World Cup song Boom, is bad, I'm also surprised, since it's 2002, this is on the heels of 9/11, surprised they got away with calling it Boom.
I know.
Just considering. The song is so bad, but the video is hilarious because it's like a time capsule for life in 2002, complete with low-rise leather pants.
Oh, wow.
I'm going to link to that one too, of course. And there's like so many other World Cup songs that we could talk about. I mean, you mentioned Amadou and Miriam. Who was their collaborator? Do you remember?
Some German dude.
Oh, nice.
I could look it up and I'll link to it.
Okay, good. And like Shakira's song, as you can imagine, probably just from hearing South Africa, and they pick somebody from Colombia and not a South African singer.
Yep.
There was a little bit of controversy, and I want to get into that. So while Freshly Ground, the backing vocals and some, interstitial in the song is a South African group, Shakira was slated to perform at the FIFA kickoff concert in Johannesburg's Soweto alongside the Black Eyed Peas, Alicia Keys, and John Legend. Not a very South African lineup, right?
Yeah.
Kind of cringe when you look back on it.
Yeah.
And as such, a lot of South Africans wanted to boycott the concert, prompting FIFA to include the Soweto Gospel Choir and trumpeter Hugh Masekela and Somali hip-hop star Kanan on the lineup to, I guess, make it a little bit more homegrown. And I know we've talked about Hugh Masekela in the past, but if Kanan sounds familiar to you, it's because he, too, had a viral World Cup song in 2010. And it was such a good song that when I was thinking about this theme, I had to go back and make sure that wasn't the official World Cup song.
Yeah.
Because in addition to Waka Waka by Shakira, my friends and I were blasting the hell out of his song Wavin' Flag, which I did find out was Coca-Cola's official sponsorship song for the World Cup in 2010. Who even knew there was such a thing?
No, I know. I mean, it makes sense, I guess.
I went back and I watched a video, the original video for the Kanan Wavin' Flag song, and it actually made me cry. It was really beautiful. Yeah. Because he's a Somali refugee, and the song is from his perspective as a young boy in Somalia. And Coca-Cola actually made him change some of the lyrics because they were about war and not soccer. But I'm going to link to the original in the show notes just so we can give him his props.
Yeah.
There is so much that I could say and talk about the World Cup and the music and the songs. It would probably take me over an hour, but I want to kind of wrap it up. Even though I do think it's a weird practice to pick artists who aren't from the country where the World Cup is being hosted, I think it's an interesting opportunity to see what kind of like creativity comes from these artists. And I do actually really like that Shakira leaned into the the style of African music, if not specifically South African music. They needed to, get their mass appeal going and the star power. But get this, Shakira's one half of the duo who recorded the official 2026 World Cup song.
Okay, so what one's that?
Okay, I don't know the name of the song. I haven't even listened to it, and I'm so sorry.
Are you sure it's not AI?
I'm not sure it's not AI, but her duo, her other half of the song is Nigerian singer-songwriter Burna Boy. Do you know him?
No, I don't, but I'm curious.
I feel like he's really popular in England and is like crossing over maybe a bit. But in addition to FIFA having a official song, they also have an official anthem. And I don't know what the difference is. That's just so weird to me. But you're going to love the 2026 anthem singers. Andrea Bocelli.
Okay.
David Guetta.
Okay.
EJ. And Megan Thee Stallion. That's like a fucking Mad Libs lineup.
Is this something I need to watch, listen to?
I mean, we might as well.
Playlist?
We literally just might as well because the world's probably ending. So, might as well see Megan Thee Stallion and Andrea Bocelli singing
together.
Like
fun. It sounds like a party.
I feel like you had a stroke.
Yeah. I know.
Oh, I love it. Okay. So, Christine, let's hear about your sports song pick.
Okay. So we have established I am not into any sort of traditional sports. So I had to ask Google, is roller skating objectively a sport? And you know what?
Yes.
It is.
Hell
and I think I even asked for your blessing. You seem to agree.
Look at my background.
Yeah.
Where am I? I'm at the roller rink.
She's at the roller rink. And I know you have a relationship with skating. Would you like to share a little bit about that?
Oh my God, yes. I think I've talked about it on the podcast before, but I started, well, of course I've talked about rollerblading, but I would enter skating competitions at the roller rink when I was little. Just at, whenever you'd go and do the free skate, but I was really fast. I was good and I felt like, oh yes, it's fun. But also it just felt really fun and liberating to be at the roller rink and of course, I like rollerblades better now because it feels safer to me.
Really?
But yeah, just for me personally. I know some people like the quads, but it's such a blast. And watching people roller skate is incredible.
No, that I know, especially when they're good.
Yes.
But no, it was, I had birthday parties there all the time. Did you ever do the birthday parties?
Hell yeah. Skate Heaven, Denham Springs.
Yep. For me, it was Skateway and several birthday parties. It was just so much fun. But one thing I didn't like is when they would play a slow song.
Oh, yeah.
And I have this memory of Crazy for You, Madonna's Crazy for You being played and kind of being pushed into doing a hand-holding, skate around with this guy that I wasn't even in, a kid.
Not the goalie.
11-year-old or whatever. No. And yeah, that was one of the less happy moments. But truly what I loved about skating as a kid was you could be on your own, aside from when you get pushed into skating with somebody and not have to talk. And it was acceptable not to talk. And then the music, it was just the music and the movement, it saved you from all the awkwardness. And
that's so on brand for you.
No, I know. And this, of course, brings me to my pick for today's theme from De La Soul's second album, De La Soul is Dead. My sporty song is a roller skating jam named Saturdays.
Force that briefcase, it's time to let loose, cause you work like heck to get the weekend check. So unfasten that sleeper on your neck, connected like a vibe from the wheel to the foot. Come on everybody, get the funky output.
5 days you work, 1 whole day to play. Come on everybody, wear your roller skates today. It's Saturday, 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 it's Saturday.
you into De La Soul?
Hell yeah.
Okay, good.
I mean, I've known this song probably since I was a kid because I remember being a little kid and being like, Saturday, it's a Saturday. And me and my sister, I think, would like sing that one together. But also, it just slaps. It's in my favorite songs on like Spotify and everything.
Yeah, nice. And I don't know if you noticed, but I did have it in our Get Up and Dance playlist.
Oh,
too.
no, I didn't notice.
Yeah, I know, it's a long list.
Yeah, there's like 1,000 songs on there. But we should link to it.
But so I feel like I've always kind of known this song and, of course, other De La Soul songs, but I didn't know much about them as a group. And so this episode gave me an opportunity to like totally deep dive. And there is so much I want to share. We have some time constraints. So first, I want to share a couple of resources that everyone's just got to go to. This is what I used. This is everything you want to know and need to know is within these two podcasts. First, it was Questlove's interview with Kelvin Mercer, aka Posdnuos, one of the co-founders of De La Soul. And then there's a one-song episode where they deep dive Buddy, which was from their first album, 3 Feet High and Rising. And yeah, just, I mean, Questlove's show, the interview is so great.
I did start listening to it, but it is 2 hours long.
It's 2 hours. And the thing about those 2 hours is it's not just 2 hours because you're going to want to pause and like,
and like go listen to the songs.
Go listen to the songs.
I love that they're friends though.
No, I know. It's great. I did have a hard time narrowing down what to talk about. So I'm just going to tell you right now, I'm focusing on 3 things. The Native Tongues Collective, the samples they used in the song, and since this is our sports episode, a little bit about roller skating culture. But first, first, for those unfamiliar with De La Soul, they were 3 friends: Kelvin Mercer, Posdnuos, David Jolicoeur, Trugoy the Dove, and Vincent Mason, Maceo. And they all met as teenagers in Long Island, New York, and eventually formed the group De La Soul in 1988 when they were about 18. The debut album in 1989, 3 Feet High and Rising, was a huge hit, and they quickly became famous for that flower power imagery with all the daisies on the cover. And then the song they hate, Me, Myself, and I.
Oh, no.
Did you know about their disdain for their first hit?
No, I didn't. What's that about?
So I think it was one of those things where they had this album already, and then the record label's like, we need something like for the radio. We need something like, we need a hit. So they came up with this, Me, Myself, and I, which of course like ended up being the thing that kind of made them famous. I mean, my brother like had the tape and we would listen to the song quite often.
Oh, that's funny.
So there's actually this great clip. It's you can't, I don't know, maybe there's one where there's actually footage of them like on the stage, but it's audio of them saying, we hate this song, and doing this whole like shtick, saying how much they hate it, but then playing the song. It's kind of cute. And actually, like, they were on NPR somewhat recently, and they do play the song, and they didn't do the hate shtick before it. So it was funny, though, in 1989, you know, they were having to play the song a lot, and Arsenio Hall introduced them on his show as the hippies of hip-hop. And so really, like, this second album, De La Soul is Dead, is a reaction to those, like, flower power projections that everyone kind of just put on them because of that album cover. But also they thought they were, like, you know, soft and cute and not, like, rap enough.
Yeah.
Or not hip-hop enough.
But that's cool. I mean,
no, exactly.
It's different, and they are kind of hippie.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I like that.
I do, too. But on Past the Plugs, they rap Arsenio dissed us, but the crowd kept clapping. And then even on the intro track, the adult character says, listen, you Arsenio Hall gum-having punk. And then the kids shout back, ooh, you let him call you Arsenio?
Oh, I was wondering what that was because I was listening to that track, the intro. They say some pretty messed up stuff in there.
I know.
But then I heard, I couldn't pick out that it was Arsenio, and I was like, I was driving, so I couldn't like stop and look. But I was like, what did they say? Like,
no, but I know. And that's why you got to listen to the Questlove interview because you get all these nuggets. So like I listened to it and then listen to the album, and then you just keep going back and forth because like the more you listen, then you're like, oh, that's what they were talking about. Let me go listen to it again.
Yeah.
So
that album is crazy.
It's crazy.
There's so many interstitials.
Yes.
And like,
it's a lot of
funny.
fun.
Yeah.
But most of the album, like it's funny. It's very wry, but it's pretty dark. I mean, there's the song Millie Pulled a Pistol on Santa.
Oh, yeah.
And that's about a girl being molested by her father. And then there's My Brother's a Basshead. But then you got Biddies in the BK Lounge.
It's so funny. It's so mean.
It's so funny. But like even hearing again Questlove and Paz talking about it, like just go there for more on Biddies in the BK Lounge.
Okay.
And then, of course, there's my pick, Saturdays, which to me has always stood out as pure joy. And part of that joy, I think, can be attributed to being a bunch of friends making a song together. And that's kind of what the Native Tongues Collective was, an unofficial like super group of like-minded East Coast hip-hop artists just coming together in the late 80s as they were coming up. And like it was, in addition to De La Soul, it was a Tribe Called Quest, Jungle Brothers, Queen Latifah, Moni Love, Busta Rhymes, and Vinya Mojica.
Wow.
Yeah, and a few others, but like those are the ones that like I think of. But the clip we heard featured Vinya singing the chorus after Posdnuos's rapping. And I didn't play the beginning, but it starts with the unmistakable voice of Q-Tip. And he's showcasing his sense of humor. But really, like, all these guys were just, and women were very clever, smartasses, really introspective, and like totally inspired by their parents' record collections. But the Native Tongues redefined what hip hop could be and what they called the Daisy Age. Did you know what this stands for?
No.
Okay, so the Daisy Age stands for the Inner Sound Y'all.
Love it.
And that was kind of what they were doing with this like Native Tongues concept that they had. And I'll admit that this song might be less about roller skating as a sport and more about celebrating the culture and the sound surrounding it, which brings me to the samples.
Yes.
So
many good samples.
So many samples. Just, I mean, every song, just everything they've ever done, so many samples. The original Saturdays had 8 samples, which that's reasonable. But there are at least 14 official versions, cuts, and remixes of that song. So there's a lot more samples, actually.
Damn, that's crazy.
It's insane. And here's my favorite part of the record version with 3 of those samples.
Hey, pretty diamond, do you like the way I'm dressed? Cool, keep the faith and be my mate, cause all we need is feet. But promote the hustle, cause it keeps me thin. No need to talk, Luke just walked in. Is there a gun on stage? Yes, man. So kick the wham on this jam. Oh, Mr. Sprinkler, wet me for one, Mr. Sprinkler. I'm heating high five and a day's no split.
So we've got Chic's Good Times, Frankie Valli's Grease, and under Trugoy's Mr. Sprinkler, the piano from Young Holt Unlimited's instrumental cover of The Doors' Light My Fire. And then, of course, throughout you hear Evil Vibrations. We also know that the sampling got De La into some trouble. Your guys, Turtles members Howard Kalin and Mark Volman, a.k.a. Flo and Eddie, who you talked about in our Caught Off Guard episode. Yeah. So they sued over a 12-second sample of the Turtles You Showed Me, great song, by the way, which was on 3 Feet High, their interlude Transmitting Live from Mars. Used beautifully. And they sued for $2.5 million in 1991.
Oh God, those guys were litigious.
No,
do you remember I talked about them suing on?
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, come on.
Like, grow up.
No, and I mean the case settled for about 1.7 million.
Ooh.
Yeah, and after that,
That
it was
sucks.
kind of like precedent. Then every sample had to be cleared, and it just became a headache for not just De La Soul, but like so many hip hop bands, so many bands in general. It's also part of why De La Soul is dead, and the rest of their early catalog weren't available on streaming until March 2023. Just like figuring out all the sampling rights. Yeah. But again, going back to the Questlove interview, even the way Posdnuos talks about that whole time it's just, he's such a cool guy. Like to hear him talk about it, he's like, he never even dealt with the Turtles guys. He just was dealing with lawyers, and he said even the lawyers weren't mean about it. Yeah, I'll let you like listen on your own.
Yeah, I'll check it out for sure.
Sadly, the streaming release came weeks after Trugoy passed away from congestive heart failure. And I don't know, at least the fans could like finally access the music more easily while mourning him. Yeah, it's, when someone dies, you want to access music. And I think when De La Soul has performed since Trugoy's death, they set up a mic with a nameplate, and they've been keeping his memory alive, giving him the honor he deserves. It's very sweet. I mentioned the Tiny Desk concert. It was quite lovely. So back to the skating.
Hell yeah.
Did you know there was a National Museum of Roller Skating in Lincoln, Nebraska?
No.
Okay, yeah.
I need to go back on my road trip.
Seriously, I'm sorry I didn't tell you this sooner. It was established in 1980 to provide the public with an experience that reflects on and helps understand the sport of roller skating and its history.
Oh.
But Christina, what I found odd while perusing the archives was that there wasn't much, at least on the website, about the influence of Black culture and the civil rights movement on roller skating. And I think most people would agree that that's really when it transcended being a sport and became an art form.
Yeah, like that's a huge miss on their part.
And again, the website is how you represent yourself. So I don't know. But yeah, Black roller skating culture didn't start or end with the 70s or 80s. Like well into the 2000s, skating rinks were essential Black community spaces where DJs broke music, regional dance styles developed. I mean, there's a video about like all the different types of styles there are from cities. I mean, funk, disco, R&B, and eventually hip hop were all like central to this skating experience. Did you see Straight Outta Compton?
The movie?
Yeah, the movie, sorry. No. Yeah, so there's a scene in there.
Well, I used to live, not in Compton, but I lived in Venice, near the Venice skate park. And I used to love watching people skate there.
Yeah, exactly.
And even just on the boardwalk, there was a lot of great skating down in Venice Beach.
Yeah. And I think after the pandemic, especially, a lot of people like really gravitated to that.
Yeah.
The need of being outside and community. Also, because roller rinks across the nation have been closing. It's just like they're so expensive to operate, and insurance costs are ridiculous. In LA, the legendary World on Wheels closed in 2013 because of bankruptcy. But the rapper and activist Nipsey Hussle's investment helped reopen it in 2017.
Damn.
But then it was shut down again in 2020. And that rink and a few others are featured in the 2018 HBO documentary United Skates. Have you seen this?
Oh, shit. No, I got to watch that.
You got to watch it. It's so good. Yeah. Yes, that will have a link to the website. But yeah, as I was saying, during the pandemic, a lot of people like kind of gravitated to skating again. People that hadn't, or people that maybe hadn't done it in a while. And I think the Venice scene, pretty vibrant since the 70s. It grew because the people's need to be outside and be a part of something. And then I think you're going to New York soon. Am I right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, good. So you have to go to see the Central Park Dance Skaters.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Do they do it every day?
It's I believe it's Saturdays, like late afternoon, 2:45-ish, like into the early evening. But they've been doing this since the 80s, and amazing to watch, possibly participate in. And they've even got nonprofit status.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
But yeah, please go. Please take video.
Okay.
Please share.
I'm not going to be there on a Saturday, but I'm just going to go to where they go and see if anybody's there.
Yeah. You never
Why
know.
not skate every day?
Exactly. But okay, so there's just so much to share about roller skating, De La Soul, the samples, native tongues. But that's why I have a ton of resources in our show notes, more than ever. And I hope everyone at least checks out the Questlove interview, because that is a sport in itself. True. You will be sweating because you will just like, what's this mean? What does this mean? Oh, I got to listen to this song. I'm seriously like, even talking about it, breaking a sweat.
I already have so many questions. Like, what are those names?
Oh, what are the...
Trugoy. Is that yogurt backwards?
Yes. Very good, Christina. Yes. And the dove was because he was like, like kind of all peace and love.
Cute.
Posdnuos that's a really cool one, but they talk about it in the Questlove interview. But it's basically, he at one point wanted to call De La Soul sop sound, because his mom used to say, like, you sop up all the juices with the bread. And so he was thinking that, like, that's what we are doing with music.
That's
and
cool.
So sop sound backwards is Posdnuos.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was wondering because I caught sound, but I was like, what the hell is sop?
Yeah. So,
That's
and
cute.
then Maceo, that's easy, Mason.
Yeah. Cute.
But
I
yeah,
love it.
little tidbits like that. You'll get more details from
hell
Posdnuos
yeah.
himself. Really good.
Christine,
And
you've
yeah,
just over-engaged in a theme I didn't think you'd like. So thank you.
Thank you for allowing me to go here.
Now that we've kind of talked about our sports songs, I was wondering if I could share a little bit of unsolicited advice.
I would love it.
Good. Foster a pet. Not to get on my soapbox, but fostering pets saves animals' lives and make human lives better. Don't believe me? Check out one of the hundreds of videos by the Dodo or the countless other dog and cat rescues out there. I'll be happy to share a link.
I love that you do this, Christina, but I'm always like concerned. Do you get attached? It's so sad to imagine, like, you build up this rapport with an animal and then you have to say goodbye.
Fostering might seem sad, and you know me. I'm a weepy person.
Yeah.
I get attached to things. But the thing is, you're saving a pup or a cat's life and giving them another shot at happiness. And it's also fun to play with a new little critter all the time and then send them off to their perfect new home.
I think critter might be an unsettling word for some people, but if the whole concept is difficult for you, as it is for me to foster an animal, there's always donations.
Amen to that. Rescues need a lot of money to make their work possible. But if you want to play with puppies, kitties, elderly dogs and cats, or even some animal that's more exotic, perhaps a rabbit, foster. You'll save a life and make yours more fun, or at the very least, more interesting. Advice over. Christine, do you have any hints for what we're going to talk about next week?
It's going to get really hot.
Whew, I'm already hot.
Thanks for listening to Stereo Thematica. If you like what you're hearing, please consider a review, a rating, or sharing with a friend.
And follow us on Instagram at Stereo Thematica, where you can share your favorite sports songs. And go to our Infinite Spotify playlist, which is linked in our show notes.
And visit stereothematica.com for more fun.